What is going on, everybody? I want to talk to you today about how I'm building, I think, my perfect portfolio for me and my family with my high yield strategy. I want to talk to you about it, and maybe you can leave some comments and let me know what you think or what I could be missing. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right. So, hopefully going to be retiring in November. Of course, that all depends upon my business and how it goes this year. Anything could happen, right? So we'll see. So what I'm trying to do is find 2 to 3 really high yield dividend funds, then a couple 3 mid-range, and then a couple 3 bottom ones that I can just pull the dividends and live off of. And then some other strategies I'm using to generate income, while I'm not working. Okay, so for the real high yield ones, here's what I've already put money into. I bought Nvidia yesterday, and I added some more IWMY yesterday, and a bunch more today as it got around the 200 level on IWM or the Russell, whatever. So I made a nice purchase there, and those two are probably going to be my big high yielders. Now I know things can change, their yield could go down, etc., etc. I'm well aware of that, and I'll be looking for possible different funds or add another one. So I don't want to do any crypto because I don't know anything about it, but if you know another high yielding one that you like, please drop it in the description. All right, next, mid yielders, and these are just what I'm calling them. I'm sure they have different names or whatever. My two favorite probably Yield Max funds, AMZY and MSFO. I think these are going to be good. I think they will allow me to pull dividends and live off them, particularly if it's above my cost basis, right, when I get the dividends. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I think those give me that kind of potential. Also, I really like the companies on both of them. They've been great. They've been great for me and my main account. So, yeah, I'm going to use those two. I'm still looking for one more mid-yielder, and I don't want it to be a Yield Max fund. So I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to use for mid-yielding. What about ones to live off dividends where I can just pull them? Well, SVOL, definitely got to be there. Shorting the VIX is just a magnificent strategy. I love that thing. And then SPY-T and YMAX. I believe all three of those will allow me at different points to really just pull the dividends a lot more often than the other ones I've listed. Will allow me to pull the dividends out more often than the others and live off the dividends completely. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you about a few other things here. I'm also going to be selling cash secure puts and cover calls to bring in additional revenue as well when I retire. So I will have that also to bringing in revenue. I've done that for a very long time and will continue to do that. And I have a portion of money set aside in my portfolio to do that. Okay? So I'm taking a 3-pronged approach here. One with the dividend funds. One with, actually a 4-pronged approach. One with the cash secure puts and the cover calls and running the wheel. Another one is I will scalp trade, but not very often, right? I mean, it's got to be when I don't have nothing going on, when the trend is right. If you know anything about my scalp trading, I talk a lot about it in my Discord. I got plenty of videos on my 4 EMA trading strategy. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to join the Discord. If you like the content, caress the like button. Maybe give it a subscription to the channel if you really like it. Okay, so I will be scalp trading also to bring in additional revenue. And then the fourth pronged approach, which would be a much smaller than any of these, is YouTube. They got three different YouTube channels. They're bringing revenue, albeit relatively small. We'll still use that to like pay for gas or whatever, right? Not a big deal, but they will still bring in some additional revenue. Now, I'm always going to use technical analysis. You know, I see this like almost once or twice a week in different Discord servers or whatever, some social media platform, how technical analysis doesn't work. It's like flipping a coin and all you can do is shake your head. You know, these are people that have probably been burned really bad by using technical analysis, not using it for what it's for, but maybe allotting too much, not using stop losses, etc., etc. Technical analysis has just done wonders for me and my family through the years. So I obviously disregard anytime someone says that, and then I'm actually think a little different about them, that they just have no idea what the heck they're talking about. So I will be scalp trading using technical analysis. And I'll be using technical analysis to buy at levels on the chart like I've done with these funds for the last 8 months, testing them. I wanted to make sure that my style of trading and investing would work with these funds by using the underlying to actually buy in to these, you know, yield max or defiance funds, right? And it has worked extremely well. I mean, I'm positive on all the defiance funds. Yeah, I hear all kinds of negative talk about them, and guess what? I'm still positive. Why? Because I buy at levels on the chart of the underlying. And if you do that, and you have patience and discipline, I feel you also will be positive on many of your funds. Not just buying because it's a red day. I'm going to be buying at levels on the chart, keeping my my share price low, my average price low. That way, if it does go up, I can have a choice. I can sell it or do whatever, right? I at least want the choice to be able to do something with it. This is one of my fish tanks. I hope you like it. I got pothos plants growing in the top. The roots are coming down. Hopefully the roots will reach all the way to the bottom of the gravel. This one here is a 150-gallon community tank. Just started growing this tank out, by the way. So figured I'd give you a different setting. Let me know what you think of this. All right. And what am I going to do with my JEPI and QQQY? I don't know yet. I mean, because my QQQY ROI is 60% paid off. My JEPI is about 35% paid off. So I could honestly add to the JEPI and just kind of start over again, essentially, because I'd be adding a lot more than what I have in there, right? So those two, I don't know what I'm doing with yet. I'm just leaving them there, and I'll have to think about how I want to handle JEPY and QQQY. Guys, I'm looking for a few more that are not related to yield max or defiance. You know, maybe it'll be FEPI. Maybe it'll be the round hill ones to come in, the weekly payers, you know, and come in and be one of those I can just pull the dividends out and live off of. But I still need to watch those and see how they perform over the next few months, right? But I'm open to pretty much anything. So I'm looking for suggestions, guys, for a super high yield one, a mid-range one, which I'm calling it, and then one that I could pull the dividends and live off of. And I know when I say that, people are like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. You absolutely can. It just depends on what that particular ETF is doing and what their underlying is and how they approach it, right? So there's that. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.